What's up? So you want to talk about the bullshit for a little bit? Just get into some of this little conscious community shenanigans or whatnot. You already know this is Jay Dizzle, host of Blackistand Radio. Of course, used to have the Nettercat YouTube channel that's been shut down. But I want to just get in a couple things. So first of all, I want to get into Sonetta and Taharka Bey. First of all, Sonetta, I have respect for Sonetta. Um, Sonetta TV, Black News 101 or 102 has been a staple in educating our people in regards to consciousness, good religious debates that were what was going on back in the day, culture, and things of that nature. Some people say he's fell off and his channels fell off. I have to agree with that. That it has fell off a little bit. It's been getting a little bit more goofier and goofier. A lot of the people jump ship, and in my opinion, he needs a revamp. He needs to get some new people that are going to teach some solid things that actually can have a actual tangible change. Reparations, for instance, subjects that we can really sink our teeth in and actually work and mobilize behind. Besides just the we're going Moors against Israelites against whatever Christians and all. Enough of that. Enough of that. This is just my opinion. But I do have a lot of respect for Sonetta because I understand his growth. I understand, his new Black Panther days, his days when he was on the streets, when it took a lot of money to be able to give those presentations he was given out there with the bullhorn before he really blew up. And I know that took money to do. It took money, plus there was a lot of resistance when he first started doing that, and he wasn't getting paid. So I don't have any problem with him promoting debates. I know a lot of people like to count his money. I have no problem with him monetizing his channel. Get your money. He deserves it. He deserves it. But sometimes you do have to go with the changing and evolve with your message and your presentation and all that. And that's just my opinion. But what's something that's interesting? I'm gonna get into this Taharka Bey. So my opinions on Taharka Bey. He's garbage. He's an agent, woman beater, probably pedophile, all kinds of crazy shit that he does. But he's been going in on Sonetta a lot, and I'm wondering what does he have over Sonetta that Sonetta don't want to respond? That he just wants to attack Inky. Taharka Bey is an interesting character because I say he's an agent. I have no doubt in my mind about that. He literally is an agent. Now, whether he's paid by the government or not, I don't know, but I do know that he is literally paid to attack our people. That's all he does on his channel. His channel is monetized. He gets donations. He started a website just so he could have more free range to attack our people, and he can monetize that even further. So he's actually getting paid to try to destroy our organizations and undermine the character of some of the organizers and people that are doing work on our behalf. That's all he does. That's all he attacks. He doesn't teach any of his Moorish bullshit, which is bullshit. He doesn't do any of that. But I'm wondering, what is he holding over Sonetta's head that he can continue to attack Sonetta? Because Sonetta will usually go in. He'll usually go back. He'll fire back. And when he fires back, he does bust big guns. You got to give him that. But why is he so silent on this Taharka Bey, just attacking him every video shit? What's up with that? I don't know. But here's what I will say about Taharka Bey. I don't want to make this one of those channels where that's all I'm doing. That's not what it is. But I do have to point out some things that are just obvious. Because Taharka Bey will try to affiliate anyone he doesn't like with being an agent, with being immoral, with being clowns, with being scammers. You got to think. Because I've heard him use the reference of Judas and the Black Messiah. How these agents will hang around the community for years. Bang with you. Hang with you. Talk the slang with you. All while they're getting information that they're going to use against you. Now, pardon me if I'm wrong, but isn't that exactly what Taharka Bey has done? Was he not affiliated with almost every person he attacks? Was he not in the fold of these people for years, decades even? Did he not hang around? Did he not try to use the RBG flag and act like he's teaching and he has some whatever? Was he not hanging around the Polites, the Inkies, the Sonettas? The whole House of Consciousness roster that he now attacks, was he not hanging around them like an agent, getting information, getting his credibility up, raising his profile just to turn around and snake him with it? Is that not the characteristic of an agent? And how much is he really standing on what he claims to be standing on, which is Noble Drew Ali and the Moorish Science Temple and all that? Let's question his moralities. Everyone's a scammer in his eyes. Everyone's an agent. Everybody's a false teacher. But why was that your circle for decades, though? How come there's no example of people around you that you can say are stand-up people who are worth listening to, who have a good message, who are teaching, who are doing good things? How come that's never highlighted? The only affiliations publicly that we know of with you, Taharka, is the same people you're going against. So don't like minds attract? Don't people gravitate to their own? So if you're hanging out with people who you're now calling pedophiles, scammers, false prophets, agents, what about you attracted to those people? Because these were people that you spoke very highly of in the past. So shouldn't we question, if not your integrity, your intelligence? If these were the people who you held counsel for years with that now are garbage and no good? And then looking at your record, you have been an abuser of children and women for years, for decades, plural. Decades. Like you're mad at people for using pictures of your baby's mom, who is now deceased, but you were beating her ass. What's worse? Let's keep it real. And then let's get to the elephant in the room of, since this Moorish science that you don't even really teach, but you say you stand on, if it's so good, and if status is so important that we shouldn't call ourselves black, well, what were you classified when you were getting arrested for DVs? What were you classified? Did you go in as a Moorish American? Did you go in as Taharka Bey? Or did you go in an African American by the name of whatever Johnson? Can you cash a check under Taharka Bey? Because if not, if you can't answer yes to both of those questions, then what is the bullshit? What's all this cap, right? Because you guys do wear those caps, but whatever. What's all the cap about? Because you're not really living that. And it demonstrated by your affiliations of the past, you only hang out with criminals and pedophiles, scam artists, people of low morality, because these are the people you're attacking, but these were your affiliates. So what about you attracted to them and them attracted to you, that you would hold, saying counsel or be affiliated with, chummy with for so many years? And since everyone that you attack, all these black organizations from INFAC to MBBP to any of them that you attack, even now your own Moorish brothers, I notice you only attack your Moorish brothers when they call you out for being the scumbag that you are, lying about being a grand sheik, when they call out your master teacher who's a pedophile. See, when they call you out, all of a sudden, now they don't know what they're talking about. Now they're agents. Now they're scammers. Now all of a sudden Roy Bey is the worst Moor in the world, but you weren't saying none of this until they called you out. Just saying. And you got to question somebody who their whole channel is only about denigrating black people. That's the only thing you do on your channel. You are literally doing the work of Fox News, of racist mainstream media, because they don't even go that hard. It's interesting that you never find anyone that you can actually say, hey, this is a good teacher, this is a good example, this is something that we should support. Never. It's just everyone's bad. Listen to me. Don't join the Nation of Islam and do productive things. Instead, watch my YouTube channel for some gossip, for some catty chatty. Forget these organizations and institutions that have been proven to change the lives of our people in a positive manner. Forget about that. Just watch me on YouTube that I'm monetizing by speaking down to our people, because no one's going to listen to me speaking this Moorish bullshit. Obviously, you know that much, right? You don't have anything concrete that you have done or been a part of. No resume. Your whole stick is we shouldn't be black, and all these black people are no good. By the way, these are the same black people that I was hanging with for years that helped me get my status up. That's a snake. Then this dude. See, it wasn't enough monetizing a YouTube channel. This is how far this dude will go to denigrate our people and monetize it. He's like a Candace Owen, pretty much. A bitch who gets paid to speak greasy for our people, on our people, and who is monetized by white supremacists. So he'll go so far that the YouTube monetization isn't enough anymore. He has to create his own whole website dedicated to the art of cooning. But this is something that Moors do. Said he's already showed you. This is what they do. They always have been used by the power structure to oppress our people because they want to be that buffer class that is in favor of our oppressor, because they're willing to do the race traitorism and betrayal to their race. So the YouTube was enough. He has to have his whole website that he can monetize. And now he could even say more greasier things that he can't say on YouTube, or show receipts as he states it. Now, I haven't seen it. I haven't been watching his video. I just see the titles of his video, and it's enough. Yes, I've tuned in a couple times. I've even talked to him. But I mean, you got to just really look at what's really going on. Because when we speak about counterintelligence, now we're looking at counterintelligence being perpetuated by our own people. The goals are the same. If you look at the agenda of counterintelligence, decharacterize, disrupt, undermine black leaders and organizations, things of that nature, infiltrate. These are the same things that he's actually doing. Delegitimize black organizations and black organizers and the sentiments of the people. That's what he wants to downplay, but given no substance, given no other alternatives. All while making money. That's what agents do. Isn't that what they do? They take a check to infiltrate groups, undermine them, give information up, assassinate the character, disrupt the functions. That's what he does. How's that not an agent? I don't care if his check's coming directly from the government or not. The effect is the same. The agenda is the same. He found a way to monetize it. He couldn't monetize anything else. What else is he doing that he can monetize? What skill set does he have that he can monetize for real? But he knows there's a niche for attacking our people, because there's always been a reward system for that. There's always been a reward system in place if you will be a race traitor. It's a lot of fluff. It's assistance. The algorithm will assist that. That's why people like him never have to worry about their channels being taken down. As long as they're on that path, their channels will remain, no matter what they say or do. My channel was taken down with 10,000 subscribers. I didn't have a hateful message. It was just true. that got popular. I started speaking about the homosexual agenda. I wasn't using any profanity against them. I was just showing facts. I have Farrakhan videos. I support a black agenda. Yeah, it's going to be attacked. And it was attacked for years before they shut it down. But people like Taharka Bey, Tommy Sotomayor, Young Pharaoh, they were able to operate as long as they're only attacking our people. Even Tommy Sotomayor only got shut down when he started being critical of white supremacy and police. Before that, he was getting assistance. Same thing with Taharka Bey. As long as he continues in the realm of what he's doing, he feels like he's going to be able to monetize that, and that's going to last forever. But it's not, because our people are waking up. Our people are getting on code like never before. Our people are able to decipher the truth from reality. Now, some of the self-hating ones will subscribe to what you're doing. So you're stuck in a niche of self-hating race traders. But like, you have to continue to go the way that is not a threat and that only is used to justify racism and oppression used against us by force, because they can look at people like you to get information that they need and to neutralize movements. This is why as soon as INFAC went against the KKK on the 4th of July, he was triggered to the point to where he had to attack them for months straight. He attacked them for months straight. Grandmaster Jay, in fact, he would use some of the people that were angry with him, bring them on. Then later he would talk shit about them. Same way he did about Inky and everybody else. Brings them on. Then all of a sudden he's talking shit about them. Agent shit. His objective is only to delegitimize every single black person who may have any type of influence. That is like a memo straight from Gay Edgar Hoover's 1967 counterintelligence operation. That he's operating in that capacity, like many others. The good thing is we are waking up. But what I'm asking Sonetta is, what does he have on you? Does he have some dirt on you, bro? Just come and tell the people what it is. That way you can get it over with and you get the banging on this cat. Anyway, that's it, you guys. J Dizzle, Blackistand Radio. Follow it on Blog Talk, Twitter, J Dizzle RBG, B1, New Black Media, Blackistand Radio, Liberation Minded Media, out.